Okay, let's go. As we have the T-72s here, BMP-1s. BMP-1s now, pretty lovely as well. And they got a good bit cheaper. Yeah, maybe a bit too cheap, though it's tough, because the rest of the IVs, maybe, like, all of those are just that slight bit too cheap. Like, I would love to see them all going up by 5 or 10 points, so that the spacing between IFVs and APCs is a bit bigger. But that's something for the future. For now, let's have fun with what it goes. It's nice to see some BMP big waves. T-72s for sure, it's pretty strong still as well. It's out there a bit weaker, but still fantastic. Same goes for Dragon Para. They got more expensive, which was important. Same for the MX-10s, but they are still fantastic recon weapon tools. They're now on 75 points. MX-10 disciplined even at 115 points, but still great thing with their big gun, with their optics and so on. Though I would argue pretty fairly priced at 115 points now, which is nice. Grandier Voltigeers here coming in. The Grandier Voltigeers with Apilas down here. Pretty strong. Apilas an amazing rocket launcher at the moment. Some Milan 2s. Up here some Escort PCs in a MX-10P, which is a decent IFV, not amazing. Doesn't have an ATGM version either. The MX-10P, and the Escort also not the most amazing unit, but a decent one as well. Has security, which is really, really helpful. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. And yeah, it's lovely to see us getting closer here to the $500 mark. As we're really closing in there, or even breaking the $500 mark. $510 now. That's great to see. Nice, nice, nice. So halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Hey!
Greetings from TSH Lightning to the Warno community. But we need 10 vs 10 matchmaking winking face.
Yeah, I hope the the Legion community, the Legion developers watching right now take notes. Yeah, absolutely agree there. Though 10v10, I guess, is still somewhat fine. Like, it is not as bad as it is posted servers and so on, but I 100% we need 2v2 to 4v4 matchmaking. And yeah, 10v10 would still be a bit better with matchmaking, I guess, as well. Or if you could just search for all sizes at the same time, 2v2 to 10v10. If you want to, that would be really lovely. And you wouldn't have to click refresh all the time, search on the for the right lobby, for the right rules and so on. That would be just an interface where you click what you want and you get in there. It would make it a lot easier. And I hope we will get that eventually. As we see down here, SPWs with a lot of Pioneer Flams, a lot of Mudschützen coming around. Spezialaufklärer in the south too. And that's both sides bringing around 1 CV. Super Pumas here. Flying in. Lovely, lovely little helicopters. Coming in there with their payload. As their commandos can deal nice damage as well. MX-10 rushing around as the SPW goes up for the north, tries to get the space captured there. One Spezialaufklärer already getting clapped in the middle. That's a big issue. One in the south at least did get out, and we have a quite big push here from Theoman in the south, including a new T55 AM2, which has the new model. These things look pretty gorgeous now, as they're rolling forward here through the bushes. Up north, AMX-10 shooting around. Stahlbrecher trying to get in here with the Grenadiers. Aufklärer is not quite able to find a kill on the VAB. Really unfortunate there. AMX-10 now most likely gonna kill them off. And Theoman in a lot of trouble here in the north. AMX-10 RC moving forward. And this game looking somewhat rough for Theoman in the north. But the big question is how much damage can he do in the south with the big push there. T-72s coming up as well. Those absolutely have the potential of big damage too. And wanna see what they can achieve here in a second. As we're gonna have all these guys coming up. One last organizational thing to do. And now we can focus on the game. Can focus on the event himself here. Great to see these guys here all coming around today to try to help out. Having some great entertainment for you guys whilst we're helping out Action Against Hunger together. SPW is here, trying to hit the Alouettes. T-55 AM2 getting a nice kill here. As the Aufklevers moving forward. Clever coming in as well. Good couple of TO-55s rolling in slowly in the north. North completely lost. That's a massive issue here for Theo. Needs to at least neutralize the center then. Otherwise it's just way too many points for Stahlbrecher. It would be a +7. Even +4 already annoying. But +7 takes you down really quickly. T-72s need to try to find something that they can kill. More off-clovers coming around. The big push in the south coming in, but it's pretty slow. And that's the problem here. Theo now also moving forward with the SPW in front of everything. What off-clover in the north. Might want to get out of there. Yeah. Dismounting now. Commandos spotted. They only have the LRAC, but that still can be quite potent. TO-55s here though, engaging nicely. Doing a good amount of damage here. With their main cannon, with their NSVTs, heavy MGs. T-55 AM2 in the south, getting clapped by the Milan 2. Great hit there for the Milan. No artillery on either side just yet. No bombers coming around. It's all tanks, infantry, and recon vehicles. And yeah, Spezialaufklärer here coming around again. Trying to spot something. SPWs have to be a bit careful here. And yeah, +4 for Stahlbrecher. Not an easy time here for Theoman, but absolutely still doable. As the MX-10P tries to get a good spot. Northern situation here. A bit problematic for Theo. Needs to kind of win the center here now. As there's one MX-30B2, one MX-30B2 Brennis coming up. T-55s, T-72s killing off one of the Milan focuses there. VABs. VAB Milan goes down. Whilst we have some Gazelle Hots coming around. AA only in the form of Coops here. Couple Strela ones coming in. Trying to help out a lot of T-55s, a lot of BMP ones. Big push planned for Theoman, but he has to be careful to not lose too many points in the meantime in the north. As MX-10 RC sitting around here. T-72M moving backwards. Second T-72 sitting around. Motschützen under fire. Tiny flamethrower trying to move forward. Let's see what they can do. Penny flamethrower slowly moving in there. Grenadier Voltage Apilas versus Motschützen engaging over here. Can the Apilas and the Commandos be beaten in the north? What can Theoman do here now? Seems like his idea is a push in the south. Maybe threatening Delta. And also potentially with a big flanking maneuver trying to break the AMX-30s here. As the T-72 had to fall back a bit. Have to be repaired. And the MX-30B slowly comes in. Slowly moves forward. MX-30B trying to get a hit. Finds the kill on the Coupe. That's big. Big AA kill off here. The Coupe killed on the ground. Really bad for Theoman once more. MTLB also have to be careful to not run into this. The AMX-30 even engaging the BMP-1s here now. T-72s could help out, but at the moment not quite doing it. The damaged one should come in behind the healthy one. Should wait. MTLB need to reposition more T-72s trying to come in. As the MX-30B2 over here also really pushing forward. The T-55 AM2s could potentially move a bit further. Could try to engage the MX-30 here, but they won't have an easy time. Grandier Voltigiers coming in. Strellas get the first shot. Trying to get the second one, not quite finding that yet, just yet. One more shot going out. That one does miss as well. +4 for Stahlbrecher here. Stahlbrecher at 900 points already. Whilst we see EO55s in the north. SPWs moving around there as well. Plenty of flamethrower and outflare sitting in the rear. Yes, AMX-30 tries to hit the Mudschützen. Does some damage. Mudschützen trying to move over the open. Not doing too well. It's quite far to reach that spot. T-72's in the need of repairs. More of them around here. Could try to help out. AMX-30 did go down. But there is a couple more here already. The AMX-30 beat two Brenners over here. Really low on hit points. The other one's also a bit damaged already. But the T-55 AM2s will have a hard time finishing them off completely. Might have a shot here. Oh, does get the kill on the Brenners. That's a good start. Pioneer Flamethrowers and Sappers already moving in. Mudschützen getting some nice kills in the rear here though. AMX-30B2 in the north getting killed off as well. Dragon Para going down over here. A VAB full of units going down on the right flank. So some good kills here, but a lot of damage dealt on both sides. The Gazelle Hot getting some kill onto the T-55 AM2s. Dragon Para dying over here. So Recon getting decimated for Stahlbrecher. But Thielmann still in the trouble of not having any points at the moment. Only having the flag in the rear here under control. And Stahlbrecher keep on taking on the +4. T-72s now pushing forward. A lot of them coming around. The two over here getting repaired. So the Grandier Voltigiers and the Milans will get stressed out and killed off quite quickly here. Is in a lot of trouble. Don't think that Milan 2 will survive long enough to get a hit. Or at least will get heavily stressed out. AMX-30 going down as well. At the meantime though, a good couple of Mudschützen died back here in the rear. So the reinforcements can get through here for Stahlbrecher again. MiG-21 BIS bomber getting some hits in the north. Flying away again. AA pretty low on both sides. Mi-24P trying to get some hit onto some AMX-30s. Strellas could use some resupply here. That would make them a lot better, really useful here against the Gazelle Hot. If the Gazelle Hot gets killed off, this push becomes a lot easier, though it might be out of ammo soon anyway. Mod Aufklärers in the north going down, Pioneer Flam going down as well, so basically no chance for Thielmann to break north anytime soon. One T-72M getting killed off by the Gazelle. Yes, BMP-1s and T-72s start to engage over here once more. Good couple of AMX-30B2s coming up though. And that is a problem. AMX-10RC moving onto the open field. BMP-1 going down over here. Whilst Sapperflam and Grenadier Voltigiers still chilling in the south, holding this on lockdown. Another T-72 goes down to the AMXs, as they are a bit too spread out right now. And has to disengage, trying to run away. More ATGMs coming up. T-72 over here, engaging the escort PCs. MX-30B2 in the south, getting hit. Another one finding a hit. Whilst MX-30B2 number 2 goes down over there. T-72's trading decently here now. One of them goes down as well though. And at the same time, Stahlbrecher gets the CV in the rear. And this is devastating here now. As this is a +8. And a +8 are so many points per minute. It's gonna go up really, really quickly here. 320 points per minute coming onto Stahlbrecher's profile here, and Theoman does surrender in this game. And Stahlbrecher here gets the W. Close KD actually, but Theoman just a bit off position, not holding the north tightly enough, and not getting his push in the south through deep enough to really make a difference there, and clearing the center. And Stahlbrecher then with a clever move with the CV, good movement there into the rear of Theoman, just outmaneuvering him here, getting better speed onto the battlefield than Theoman, and winning the game based on that. As I said, KD, yeah, Stahlbrecher still ahead with a bit, but not nearly as one-sided as the points were. As Stahlbrecher really played that a bit smarter. Quite fortunate there were some important early game kills as well, and Theoman just got in a pretty bad spot afterwards, trying to run that up. But yeah, first good game still good here in the tournament. Still a good game for the first one. As we're gonna go into Sticky Hooves versus Z2 here as game number 2. Let's go with that. Really short break, guys, and then we're gonna be back with game number 2. Gives you time to check out the charity page and get some cash out for action against Hunger Guys. Hooves versus Z2. Another 7 Panzer game here. Sticky Hooves brings around 39th versus US Z2 with 7 Panzer. Should be quite the entertaining match as well. 39th for sure. It's 79th actually. Okay, so it's cost efficient tanks versus big tonks. Gonna be quite interesting. And yeah, gonna go into the first round here. As Theo lost his first game there versus Stahlbrecher. And yeah, let's see how this one here will go. KDBs coming around. They are a bit more cost efficient now for sure. 185 points fitting them quite nicely. With a good couple of Besnats GRUs in front. Strela wants 10 amps coming around. BMP2s. A good couple of Strelas in the south as well. On the other side, a couple of Mi-24Ds. Good couple of T-55s. A lot of, like 5 recon units. A couple of them Spezialaufklärer. Recon helicopter as well. Ooh, TO-55 getting missed and left behind here. As the pressure of Z2 seems to be in the south. In the meantime, guys, you can potentially check this out here, as we are now at $555. Really closing in on the 600 here. And a good bit more than halfway there, guys, but not quite there yet. So, yeah, check the link out for the charity tournament. And get me to stream 6 hours of KDA next week, guys. You can please patch next week. Please buff KDA. Yeah, would be still fun, no matter what. Always love those 6-hour challenges lately so far. But yeah, if you want to see me a bit suffering, consider getting this one up here. Every bit helps. If everybody does the jump in with $5, we are getting there quite quickly. BMP2s coming in here in the south. Teleofklärer joining in there as well. Strela 10M hits the Me-Too. Continues moving forward. A couple more BMP2s rolling up as well. On the other side, 30mm grenade launcher coming up. T-55 AKs as the leader unit here, and Spezialaufklärer going really, really deep. They have a bit of AT as well with the RPG-18, though it's really bad at anti-tank rocket launcher. BMP2s do get killed off there by the RPG-7VL though, and that's obviously pretty unhealthy. Second one goes down to the Mudschützen as well. Mudschützen doing a fantastic job here against Sticky Hooves in the south. As Mi-24 VAA tries to come around. SU-22 coming in with a bombing run. Not really hitting anything. Actually gets hit by the Eagler of the Mi-24 VAA. And does retreat out of here. Now Ostrelki engaging against Monschützen. Mi-24 DAT getting some nice kills. Strela 10M trying to get some hits in. Gets the first one. Mi-24 VAA trying to hit the TO-55s. Cannot find the kill there. Not just yet. Itself clever under fire as well. Strela 10 goes down. As the SU-25 comes around as well. Tries to get some hits in. Ooh, under fire by the Coop. Coop's first missile does miss though. Second missile coming out does slam into the ground as the SU-25 can increase the distance far enough. But at the same time, the center here for Z2 not looking so hot. Invested a lot into the southern push, but the center is pretty empty. As the SU-25 here coming around once more. Even gets the Shilka killed there with its gun. Really unfortunate for Z2. Sticky Hooves here with the big pressure in the center. Has to be careful to... Z2 has to be careful to not lose the Coop here in the rear. That would be quite painful. Let me see. Another W here. Hey! Martin Prigse coming in with another $45. Bring us up to $600. Basically straight, I believe. Or $600.10. Much appreciated, guys. Another milestone has been reached. Lovely. Another 100 preached. As T62M here smoking off BRDM U2U. Trying to get in there. But that's not the best idea in my eyes. Not sure if that really should be the game plan here for Sticky Hoofs. KDBs slowly rolling forward. Got a couple of T55As rolling in here in the meantime. Trying to get into the center. As the BRDM 2U gets in here. Spezial clever under fire. T62M1 trying to get the kill. Mi-24D gets one hit. Gets killed off by the TO-55s though. One of them dying now to the T-62. But Monschützen should be able to finish it off. SU-25 AT coming around here actually. Which is interesting. T-55 Ace might be the target, but it's not really working out. As the Coop finds an amazing hit. Finds a second hit. Finds the kill there. SU-25 crashing into the ground. Great kill here for Z2. But at the same time, T-80Bs here getting really dangerously close. Ooh, great hit for the Mi-24 DAT here. The Falang P actually finding a side shot against the T-80B. Finding a kill there. Really bad news for Sticky Hoofs, but still having some units in the center. T-55A, one of them dying to the Spetsnaz. Second one of them dying to the Spetsnaz 3RU here. Great rocket launcher kills for that unit. And Sticky Hoofs still on a +1 thanks to the zone in the center, thanks to the contest in the south. As the T-62 M1 comes in, SU-25 trying to fly in there into the center as well. As the T-62 comes through the north. Let's see how that SU-25 does do here. So far, no great success. Is falling back for now. Well, it's Motostocky. Try to deal with the Monschützen. Monschützen might get killed here. Strela hitting the Mi-24 D8 AT here. Finds the kill, finds the hit. Big explosion here. Mi-24 DAT moving around. T-25 flying around in the rear. Motostrelkis engaging here against the 30mm rocket grenade launcher. Trying to get some good kills. 2 hit points remaining on this one. Couple of Mi-8 MTAs coming around on the north. It's a parry moving forward. Yes. It seems like I turned off streamer mode on Discord. Hopefully it's not going to be too annoying message-wise. Let's see. T62 M1 getting a nice kill here. Big fights here all across the map. Really good movement here through the center by Sticky Hooves. Realizing that there was not much there. Being annoying with the TADBs from the sideline. But also great push here by Z2 so far. Really keeping up the pressure against the Motor Strelky here. Keeping them busy non-stop. Getting back to +1 here on the scoreboard. And slowly ticking up. Slowly but surely going up there in points. Whilst we see more T62 M1 coming in the rear. TADB gets a nice kill. Besnat GRU and TADB VK moving forward. T72 M1s still can be super dangerous though. And the SU-25 already damaged. Most likely should retreat for now. As a single hit by the coup could end its life. More T62 M1 it is rather. Which can be quite annoying as well. And they're relatively affordable still. Whilst over here, Spetsnaz GRUs really trying to find the reinforcing units, allowing the TDBs and BVs to maybe engage on long range and really get the damage in there. Me-24D AT flying in here with a Me-2 and will try to spot for all of this. While T-55A around in the south and in the center, T-62 M1 slowly coming in there as well. With TADBVs rolling up everywhere. EV rolling in for the center zone. In the south, big fight. Motostraki will get killed off here. Pioneer flamethrowers so numerous here for Z2. That is a massive issue for Sticky Hooves, who at least has the center captured for now, but it seems like Z2 is gonna capture the south in a minute, and then it's gonna be a +1 for Sticky Hooves here. And breaking this also won't be easy. And breaking through further in the north ain't really much better either, as getting into this zone here is pretty painful as well. So far, really interesting game here. Z2 with the big push in the south starting to really work out. BRDM trying to come around. The Saperi Comrade, at least it has been secured here. That one not dying just yet. But the ADBV coming around. Motschützen could kill the Strela. Blue still on the +1 kills the Strela. TADBV went down in the south as well. Red really under pressure here in the south. And really not having the zones at the moment. So actually does look pretty solid here for blue. Could use a couple more supply trucks. Panzerjägers and flamethrowers really holding the CQC territory pretty well. There's the Strela 2Ms sitting in the rear here, giving a bit of anti-helicopter. It's not amazing, but it can do the job. 3 more T62 M1s rolling in. Let's see what they can achieve. They can deal any bigger damage here. As in the meantime, we have a bit of a stalemate here in the center. Z2 and Sticky Hooves here really battling it out. T72Ms and T55As sitting down there. Could come in with a big push. SU-22 coming in with a great kill on the Spetsnaz GIUs. Really massive. Taking away all the line of sight of these units. As both of them going down. And that means the TADB is pretty blind there. The ADB and the T62. Igla, not great at optics either, but it at least sees something. But it won't be alive for much longer. Panzerjäger is already engaging. T55 will roll over it soon. And then blue might even make a comeback into the center. The +1 here already is real. Me-8 MTA coming around. A lot of units in the south engaging at the meantime. And yeah, another Me-8 MTA coming up. Sticky Hooves still trying to catch up here. But the blue side here for Z2 so far working out really nicely. Igla getting destroyed. And outside of that, not much happening here right now. Outside of that one, Igla, not much dying here at the moment at all. Both sides a bit back in the build-up phase, trying to get another setup for a big push. And I believe there is a good unit concentration in the center here now for Z2. Sticky Hooves potentially could defend that, but it won't be easy. It really won't be easy. And losing the center whilst you lost yourself is devastating. As even if it's in contest, it's already a +4. But outside of that, it's a +7, and that finishes the game basically instantly. With TADBs engaging some tanks here. But there were just too many of those. And the TADB already was hurt beforehand. Or TADB rather. TADB could tank a bit more. But that was not looking great. Oh, AA gets another S-25 killed. TADB getting some shots out against Pioneer Flamethrower. In the south, Saperi Comrade getting into the zone. At least making it +1 here for Sticky Hooves again. By taking away 2 points of ticking here for our US Z2. Strela 10. Getting 1 hit. Finding the kill here actually. Great hits. Great hits for the Strelas. MiG-23 going down. As another T-80BV enters the battlefield. More of them coming around here in the center. S-22HE trying to get a good hit onto the T-62s. T-62s here under fire. Good bombing hit, but not quite deadly for all of them. One of them goes down. One other one is really dead and close to it. The other one still pretty fine. So, ooh, leader tank goes down. That might be the capture here. The Saperi is not quite in there. Needs to come in there. Needs to capture the zone here for Sticky Hooves. Getting Sticky Hooves back on a +3. Starting to catch up here to Z2. Maybe overtake him. On a +1, even this distance here, which is not too much of difference in capture points, is still taking you quite a while. As you only get 40 points per minute. So you really take a long while to get up to the points you need. Tell of Clever sitting in the south. Lots of Panzerjägers here with their RPG-7VR. They're super dangerous to anything getting too close. But as they only have 500-meter range, they are not the most amazing anti-tank units, as they really only can hunt them on the edge of forests or in forests. They're not that great, or in towns. They're not that great at dealing with mid-ranged targets, where other rocket launchers like the Apilas or the RPG-29 are a lot better. Meanwhile, troops here by now in good numbers as well, really starting to kill off the enemy AA here. It's multi-strelky. Try to keep on pushing. In the meantime, Mi-24V AA trying to get in line of sight onto the MiG-23, I believe. And it does. Oh no, that's not... sorry, I thought that was an AA one. No, it actually A means for the T-55A here. Does miss that one. The ADBV coming in with an SMG as well. With an ATGM as well. ADBV's slowly rolling forward. But both sides stabilizing here a bit. Both sides stabilizing on low amounts of units. And yeah, I would argue that Z2 could still put in a CV into the south. Still could keep up that pressure here on Sticky Hooves, but it's still not as bad as it once was. With MiG-23 here flying around. Mi-24V coming around over here. Coop getting the kill. Good kill there. BMP-1, SP-1 versus TADBV. An engagement here. Modschützen trying to get the side shot. Not quite finding it here. Important movement there, but T-55A still around. Gets one shot though. Modschützen slightly out of range now. MiG-23 finding a kill on the recon helicopter. The T-80BVs here a bit on their own. As more units come in for the south. Finally a CV coming up for Echo. Would be a +4 here. As the CV of Sticky Hoofs somewhat outside of it. Had to be really careful with the infantry pushing in. More units coming up. And it's a pretty good game plan here for Z2 in my eyes to try to go for the south. As against T-80Bs and BVs, the center can be obnoxious. But down here, T-72s and T-55s can do a lot of damage anyways. What else? We have a Mi-24D attack helicopter coming in. T-55As rolling up as well. Su-22M4 with cluster. Actually kind of unnecessary. There's no tanks remaining down here. As the BRDMs do suffer as well. And yeah, 7th Panzer here with a lot of cost efficiency. Currently going on to this. T-80BV here getting really close to the Panzerjägers. Cluster Bomber getting a kill on T-80BV. Panzerjäger killing the second one. Really good kills. T-80U still around. Big boy. But it's basically on its own. It has little recon capabilities around it whatsoever. T-55A's finishing off a Motostrelki. Mi-24D and the Conquerors moving forward, trying to deal with that T-80U. But there's little AA here and a bit too much reliance on tanks. So yeah, let's see around. Okay. And we have a surrender here now as the T-80U came around. Yeah. Question in the chat came up. Sticky Hoofs versus Z2. Z2 got the victory. And Sticky Hoofs going down here as the tanks losses here in the end, a bit too many. The push in the center at the beginning for Sticky Hoofs was nice, but then the TD lost a bit their combined arms. They lost their recon. They lost, as the business GRU started dying. They didn't quite have the AA set, helping out against the clusters, and then they just got picked off one by one and going down. As yeah, we need to replace purple people for a round 2. Sadly, another one dropping out. So yeah, GGVP here. Good game by Z2, getting the W and securing another victory. Okay. On it. Get a wooden box in here as a replacement. For round 2. And hey, Zach Drimple. Nice. Another $10. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. As we gonna go in here now into some more games. Tournament versus Bandana is still going on. Okay. So far, game's finished here. As US Z2 does win this one. And bottom feeder wins over here. We're only waiting for these 2 games here. Mazzi and Russo. And Bandana versus Tonoman. There we go. Ooh, what a name. Price tagged. Green HD versus Bandana. Green HD versus Bandana. Guys, if that's not a game to get your PayPal account out for, I don't know which one is. Green HD versus Bandana coming up here as we are on Black Forest. We have 35th air sold. We have 7th pounds on the other side. That's gonna be quite the interesting match here. Black Forest. Let's see how much Green HD will rent after this one. 35th air sold for sure, fun division. And yep, guys, let's put the focus again for a second here on the Action Against Hunger website and on the fundraiser. $610 already. That's lovely. Let's get it a slight bit higher, guys. $1,000 is the goal. If you haven't donated yet, maybe consider donating $5, donating $50, whatever. It doesn't really hurt you, but helps out immensely on the other side. Every single bit here helps out quite a bit, making the life of another person somewhere on this planet a lot easier. Thanks to the amazing work of Action Against Hunger, helping people out that are needing the most basic of needs here and allowing them to go through the day. So yeah, 20 of you already donated. Lovely to see. Let's try to get it a bit higher and try to break the 1,000, as I'm also gonna suffer if you get me there. You get us there. I'm gonna play KDA for you guys for 6 hours. I'm pretty sure some of you absolutely want to see that. So let's go for it. And yeah, let's have some fun here. Green HD coming in versus Bandana. As Bandana is here on the left side, coming in with a CV from the get-go. 2 CVs for Green HD. Couple of mod aufklärers. 35th air assault. On most maps, not that great. I would say this map, it is fine upon. It's not amazing, but it's quite solid. Yeah, CV can move down here. Can then is moving towards Bravo afterwards. Green HD on the other side. Moving one into Echo. Moving the other one towards Foxtrot. And moving through there. Trying to get it into Charlie. Meanwhile, mod aufklärer coming around. MP1 coming in. TO55s moving around as well. Me24P should have a good time as well. Helicopter is really, really helpful. But on the same time here, E-Glass coming in. Bandana coming in with a couple of Regivetkas here as well. Let's see. Who do you think will win this, guys? Chat, who do you think is going to win this? Is Green HD gonna take it here with 7th? Or do you believe in Mr. Sexy Voice himself? Is Bandana able to get the W here? I'm even gonna open up a quick prediction. Will Green HD win with 7th Panzer? Or will Bandana take it all with 35th? Let's see. 2 minutes up. Let's go. 7th Panzer coming in with quite a lot of force here. Yeah, infinite health bar. You just have to... But I'm not sure if he's streaming right now. I don't know if he can actually use that. Also, it goes kind of both ways. You also have just worse die rolls if you stream. Vulcan HD Gaming can talk about that for days. Like, every 1% shit... Like, in the 50-50 chance, it's maybe okay, but every 1% chance shot that your opponent takes is actually a 100% chance shot that the enemy takes. That's the problem. Like, yeah, you maybe can caster curse yourself a bit against that, and make your unit survive that way, but it doesn't really help against the 1% shot that will kill your unit. And so it's a really two-edged sword in that way, I would argue. But I still think 35th Air Assault can absolutely work here, and I feel like green is going in here with like, yeah, 7th has this, 7th has this, and then he gonna mess up something big, and then it will be like, oh no, 7th doesn't have this, 7th doesn't have this, and then he will panic, and then he will lose. That was my prediction for the game. So I also would say Bandana is going to win this, but we're gonna figure that out together, I guess. Yes, we have some Iglas coming up as well. KSHM will move into the south, will capture Alpha, then move on to Bravo. Igla coming in here for Bravo as well. Should have a good fun time there. Up north, KSHM. Gonna move through here. Gonna try to get into Charlie. .30mm grenade launcher coming in. The SPG-9 will be pretty helpful as well. Couple of Desert Nikis moving around here too. Besnats GRU coming up right behind that. Gonna move into great positions up front as well. Over here, Rajavetgas, Medis, Iglas. Good couple more units here spreading out nicely. We'll get into good buildings. And yeah, Dejant CV. Let's see what it can achieve here in Bravo. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun video. BMP1 moving around here as well. Couple of TO-55s standing up here. SPWs in good numbers behind this. Good amount of tanks here for green, but all of this quite slow. Spezialaufklärer? No. Only Nullaufklärer and Mod-Aufklärer. Interesting choice. No Spezialaufklärer here. AA also a bit low. The question is, how fast will Bandana be? There's Janikis here. No Spetsnaz, or at least not in bigger numbers. Co-op Spetsnaz GRUs here. But yeah, no normal Spetsnaz, no Spetsnaz OP. That's quite surprising, especially Spetsnaz OP, I feel like are really, really strong on this map. The RPG-29, absolutely essential for murdering things. Because the game is on both sides here, rushing in towards the center now. Both sides also having 2 CVs, capture their points. As Bandana is about to capture the rear zone here already. CV of green still on the way as the one of Bandana head forward deployment. Got the capture there. Gets Bandana +2 for a couple of seconds before the CV down here arrives for green. Still on the way. The other one moving up north. Any aggressive play here from Bandana? No, not really. Strela 1 coming up, T64B rolling in there as well. As the CV for green has arrived here now. +2 from Bandana, giving him 40 points here, maybe even a bit more. Seems like his southern unit arrives first as well. So you're gonna get a +1 for a couple of seconds here as well. Even maybe most likely +2 as he's gonna move into Charlie soon too. As green has to consider what to do with this SPW. Okay, moves it out now. Moves it into Bravo as well. The Desert KSHM has to move around again. Get up here to Bravo. +1 here for now for Bandana though. And even gonna be a +2 for a couple of seconds. The CV of green first has to get in here. And yeah, good positioning here for Bandana. Just a bit of a small force. Could absolutely use a bit more. T64B coming up there. Dejaniki BMD rolling in as well. Bandana now on a +2. We'll have a decent-ish advantage here. With 80 points already. Should not be game deciding, but will be helpful. Dejaniki Medis having to fall back. GG9 and Radvedka could engage here, but I'm not sure if they actually want to. Pioneer Flamethrower trying to help out the UATs with an MG. Helping out from the sideline. Medis firing against the SBW. Gets the kill. Flamethrower is on top of Bandana's units here now as well though. And that's an issue. First unit going down already. Me-24P around as well. MiG-25 actually coming in with a big bombing run here. Oh boy. Trying to get some damage in. Does do some damage, but doesn't quite get any massive kills. And CV advantage now is equalized. As Banner is at 128 points. That would be 3 minutes on a +1 for green to catch up to. So, yeah, not a big advantage, but a noticeable one still. Uwatsas moving back here, getting sold. The other side, good couple of transport vehicles being sold as well, but not quite as many. Modshots, meanwhile, going down over here. Pioneer Flampatron went, Flamwerfer went down as well. +1 for Bandana here for a couple of seconds, but a good couple of Modshots in here coming down around the flank. And yeah, maybe a bit too few units here for Bandana at the beginning, as he's running out of units in the zone. More coming in, but the Modshotzen will be there already. T64B will have to be careful. Not sure if Bandana can actually push through the open. 35th, not the most amazing deck for that either, as we have BMD1s and Dejanikis moving around in the north. Let's see how far they can go. They will try to move through the forest. +1 here for Bandana. T64 hitting up the Modshotzen. Modshotzen getting stunned, taking more damage. Down to 5 hit points now. Shreds moving around. BTR Shreds coming around, hitting the Modshotzen, trying to get the kill. Nice, finding the kill. More units coming up here, slowly but surely, from the rear. Oh, yeah, the Modshotzen here finding another kill. T64B had to retreat. T64 had to fall back. More Modshotzen and BMP1s moving up here. Conquerors coming up as well. 163 points for Bandana. 4 minutes on a +1. Not super big cushion. And he might lose the CV over here now. EO55s, SPWs, all moving forward. And there's little protection for all of this here. More units coming up from the rear. No helicopters, little air though. And that's a big mistake in my eyes if you want to play 35th. Like, you have to play with units behind the enemy lines, with helicopters and all of that stuff. If you are playing them standard, they're obviously not that strong at that. That's not what they excel in. As we see the Eagler going down here. And the forward deploy maybe not used quite well enough here by Bandana at the moment. Getting pushed back quite heavily. S25AT coming in, but not having line of sight on anything right now. Mr. Shilka moves forward as well. Second S25AT joining the battlefield here as well. Yes, the CV has to move back. Modshotzen even trying to find a kill here. Little infantry around. South is protecting. But yeah, more units need to come around here. In the north, defensive units here. Holding the line. TO55 going down. P64B going down as well. Good kill there. Fantastic trade for Green HD. We're setting up with more units here. Whilst Bandana getting up with Spetsnaz. Could use a couple more tanks. Yeah, T64B rolling in. T64B really getting hurt. Kup in the rear, holding the line. And yeah, no flanking attack or anything like that. No helicopters in the sky. And the infantry units here are decent, but also, as I said, surprised not to see any Spetsnaz. Like, they can enable you CQC, the Spetsnaz OP can enable you dealing well with enemy vehicles. And yeah, you still want some Dejanikis and so on around that. You still want some BMDs as well, though I'm not sure BMD1 is the right choice there, as the BMD2 with its autocannon can do a lot of damage. And BMD1 is not much cheaper. So Green HD here, getting some nice hits. BMD1 moving forward, T55 still around there. Starting to get some kills. Spetsnaz GIU going down as well. This is a really, really tough spot here now. As the +1 for Green HD is real. BMD1 under fire. Going down. Dejaniki Saperi engaging versus the Panzerjägers. And Green has to figure out a way of maybe pushing through even further. Or pushing through here into the north. Dejan Saperi falling back, MiG-25 coming up with the bombing run. Can it find the kill? Ooh, Strelas, Filkas, all engaging. Coop coming in. Ooh, close shot there. Coop would have absolutely demolished this thing. S25 AT coming around as well, but good amount of AA all around. SPW kill, not really what you want. Like, yes, it's a unit killed, but is it really worthwhile the time of your SU-25 of killing APCs? I'm not sure about that. You need quite a couple to really get the payback. BP1, SP1 going down as well. Not the most worthwhile targets, but at least something killed. As in the SU-25 AT comes onto the battlefield here. Could do some great damage against armored vehicles in the south as well. Center and north though. Like, there is a decent amount of AA here now. The Coop moved up. Has some line of sight there. We have a Coop in the north as well, so both sides not great to fly into. Would be pretty painful. As the SU-25 gets hit pretty hard. Strela finds the kill. Green HD currently still on +1. This setup here from Bandana. Pretty pushed into the forest. 35th Air Assault. Really a division that lives from the current constant aggression, and Bandana currently not quite able to keep that up, whilst Green HD is using the power of cost efficiency here to get more guys in. MiG-23 MLAA coming in. Trying to get some strafing runs in. As the Mi-24P AT takes some damage. Coop trying to get the hit on the MiG-23. Can it find the final blow? No. So at least that one will survive. Shilka did get killed off earlier. TO-55 dying over here. But more units are needed up here. Especially if a breakthrough there is to be attempted. Which eventually will have to be done. Still in the deadlock in the center, and Green has won the forest pretty much in the south. Not quite cleaned up yet, but these units there don't really do anything anymore. Saperi RPO could potentially move forward, but yeah, little AT options here. UWATs with KPV coming in again. Second, the case HM over here. UWATs moving up. Dejan Radvedka. Iglas coming up as well. T64B hitting the Panzerjäger. More T64B moving forward. Mi-24D and Conquerors hitting around here as well. T64B going down. Good hit versus the T55 AM2 in the south. Great hit with the Medis. Defensive line here holding for Bandana. As the Dejant here have to hold their ground. Strela versus SU-25. Can it find the kill? Ooh! First hit. Can it find the second one? No. Shot 2 and 3 do miss. And yeah, Green playing 7th Panzer here. Keeping up the push. Dejan Radvedka moving around. Fleur holding the north. Yes, the TO-55 versus SPG-9 engaging over here. Chestnuts OP finally in the forest here. But they don't really have the support needed. Would love to see Bandana trying to something in the rear. Helicopter coming around now. It's a Mi-8 MT rocket. Not a super amazing vehicle either. Not sure why that one is getting played instead of Heinz, as they're pretty expensive. Meanwhile, Sergeant Radretka holding the north. Sergeant Nikki BMD sitting in the high up above the crowd as well. Green completely having the +1 here now, having overtaken Bandana, and Bandana will need to put the pressure up. T-64 BVK coming up. It doesn't really have artillery either though. Like, trying to win the town fight without Spetsnaz, without artillery. It seems like Bandana really stuck on the same 5 units. The Giant Nikki, couple of Iglas, Strellas, and T-64s. And then trying to do it with this, but it's not bad units per se, but they're not really the combination of units that you need to beat 7th Panzer here. And that's the big problem. Conquerors coming around from the side. As we see a nice hit here, T-64B going down. Whilst the other games start to be finished as well. Yeah. This one and the one between Stahlbrecher and US Z1 still going on. The other 3 already finished. Mi-8 rocket coming around. SU-25AT trying to go for some T-72s. But the Coupe AA are in pretty good spots. SU-25 trying to get in. Not even sure if it has vision. Tries to have vision. Doesn't really work. That's behind the rock. And the Coupes come in with their missiles. S-25 most likely going down. There we go. Getting killed off. At the same time though, the SPW of green gets killed off here in the rear. Not exactly sure by what. Might have been the SU-25 there with the last missile, but I'm not even sure how it was spotted. So it at least means that green doesn't get a tick for now. Flamethrower here versus Spetsnaz OP. Flamethrowers trying their best. But BMD-1s coming up. There's a Nikki there in big numbers. Flamethrowers doing their best here to get some hits off. Spetsnaz OP and Superior RPO under heavy fire. SPW-70 having to retreat. Trying to get away there. 352 points. More T-72Ms coming up. Trying to go around places. Pioneer Führer coming up. Spezialaufklärer coming up. There's MiG-25. Comes in. Cubes does hit it outside though. Another airplane going down. And that is really brutal, as you really need something outside of tanks here to beat and infantry to beat 7th Panzer. Good couple of trades here lately in this forest fight. Good amount of infantry going down. As green struggles a bit with that. But it's problematic to see how this is supposed to work out in mid-turn. Trella 1 getting the kill. Meanwhile over here, BMP-1's chilling around. Really defensive forces everywhere. But over here, really aggressive push here from Green HD. Still needs a CV for the center though. New Pioneer Führer on the way. Trying to get in there. Giving Green the +1 back. With 20 minutes remaining. Good couple of blue units here, once more getting killed off here by Green. T-72 at least does die. And yeah, 7th versus 35th Air Assault here. Not really working out for Queen HD right now. Spetsnaz OP trying their best. Modschützen under fire. Modschützen get killed. Oh, it's the Mi-8, the Mi-24P. Does go around. MiG-23. Not doing amazing there. As there's no Strela currently in the south. In the south, both sides not having the forces to really push. MiG-23s trying to kill some helicopters. Could potentially go for the S-22 as well. Not really hitting. Last one for Bandana does continue. MiG-23 does get hurt by AA though. Goes down. Goes down as Bandana somehow able to contest the zone over here. Somehow getting that through, even though all the Aufklärers and Panzerjägers and Mordschützens are just on top of it and there's no infantry to support it. That Dejant should go down. Pioneer Führer also needs to be unloaded green. That's a massive mistake. Would stop the take immediately. There we go. And thanks to Jasper Franke for coming in with $30. Much appreciated. Getting us really close to the $650 now. I think $642 or so now on the fundraiser, which is fantastic. As green is getting the +1 here now. Bandana, yeah, like micro is not too bad. It's just the unit compositions that are here not really functional. Like he was about earlier about how he is not microing correctly, but I think it's just the game plan for 35th here not really working out. And I don't know if he plays 35th the same in team games, because it's just not what this division is supposed to do. Even in team games, this division obviously is supposed to be an aggressive pusher, and that is not what you do when you play it like this. With Dejaniki Medis coming around. Really, really conservative playstyle here at the beginning, and that does play into the hand of Green HD, who is having really strong mid-game cost-efficient fights thanks to the T-72s and co. With Bravo now clearly being in the hand of Green HD. It's over here. Me-24. Rocket coming in again. Let's see what it can do. It's an armored helicopter this time around at least, but the AA on both sides seems to be quite scary. Strelas, T-72s here, all set up to maybe do a push again. But green for now just has to be patient. And has to keep up the +1, which shouldn't be too hard. Could potentially try. Okay. Yeah. Already controlling the whole zone, right? +1 here for Green HD. Yeah, let's go green. E64BV coming around. Ooh, we see some D30 artillery. Interesting choices. Oh, me too. Under fire. Can the artillery save them? No, it's firing onto tanks right now. Not really firing onto the building itself. That might be the end of the Me Too. Yes, good kill there. Bandana losing a not new unit. And is a bit spread out here now. There's a good couple of motos of Spetsnaz OP coming up. All around the battlefield. Green HD and Bandana here clashing hard. T-72M getting a nice shot there, getting a nice kill. As the +1 does continue. Dejaniki Medis under fire as well. More units here getting pressured. And Dejan's a parry up, yo. Moving around here as well. Great supply truck, big supply truck, both sides. Yeah, not having a field depot. I wish they would rework that mechanic a bit. Actually would be used in 1v1 as well. The forward supply depots. Or supply points for the FSPs. Really could go a long way. MiG-27K here with LGBs. Pretty good plane. Still not the thing I would send in here. Gets a T-72 killed. It has AA missiles. It's fast. Decent agility and accuracy. But outside of that, yeah, the LGB, quite nice. Got its bombs out. Has to return now. KB 500. As in the meantime, up north, artillery trying to deal some damage. What can they do? There's a Nikki sitting in front of this one guy. They could potentially try to check out what is deeper there, but they're not doing that right now. Tanner seemingly really stacking up here in the center. South basically lost by now. Wouldn't be surprised if Green tries to push for Alpha soon, as Bandana really struggling here. And Green with some strong play. Also, someone who always says he is not good, but he's actually pretty decent. He for sure is not quite on the same level as a Hippie or a Lathans, but he's actually pretty a-okay in this game by now. T72M moving around. Mod Schützen coming up there as well. T74B engaging over here. Getting a nice kill onto the SPW. The rest of T72 is not around just yet. What's over here? Applied parries moving forward. But it's a lot of infantry on the other side. Parry up yo. Slowly moving in there. There's our Nikki Medis coming around. T72 under fire. T64B getting hit. T72M under fire as well. Ooh, nice hit there on the fire computer. Medis really having the T72 low. And I feel like the only way how Bandana can win this game still is by Green overextending like he does right now. A lot of T72s dying. A lot of helicopters dying as well. And if Green thinks he has this now in his pocket, overextends a bit too much. T64 there engaging the next T72 and next one going down. Trella's out of ammo at the moment. That saves the Mi-24 for now. But if he breaks him here and then pushes through to Green here in the south, that would be really big. That could really bring this game around here from Bandana. Let's see if he can do that. Dejaniki Medis pushing in. MiG-23 MLA. MLL. AA hitting the Mi-24P. Trying to get the kill there. Not finding it completely. Mi-24, T-72s here still around in the north. If both of these would die, the north would be under a lot of pressure. And I don't believe there's any way back into this. So the +2s, or at least the +1, has to be searched in the north here for Bandana. But I would say trying to break through to Echo, kind of the last hope here, as you're 400 points behind. And on other maps, 400 points, not that much. 400 points on Black Forest are 10 minutes of tick on a +1. And more than a +1 is pretty hard to achieve, as most of the zones are only 1 point. T64 here, trying to hit the T72M. Getting killed off. T64 is here, really keep pushing forward. Conqueror is still around. Maybe a bit too little recon here now for Bandana, but he needs to set something up. And Green gave him a bit of an invitation here now. Like, this is breakable. And Green still having a lot of forces. It just, at best, it's even in trades-wise now. But Bandana has an opening, and let's see if he can use it. If he can push through and get the W there. Or if he will be blocked and pushed back once more. As SU-22 MKs flying around, MiG-23 ML coming in as well. Let's see what's going to happen. AT plane getting out. Shilka and Strella engaging against the MiG-23 ML, yeah. Dealing good amount of damage. With T-64 is now going down in the center. That's bad. Those T-64s were absolutely essential for this push. And it's not gonna happen here now, as Bandana does surrender and lose the fight here. Green HD winning in the end. Pretty good KD here. Not amazing, but pretty good. And enabling Green to win this fight here. So Starbrecher versus US Z2 is the one remaining match here. I'm not sure if that's already finished. Let me check. Don't think it is. No, Stahlbrecher versus US Z2 still going on. So we're gonna jump into that quickly. Gonna fast forward through it because I'm pretty sure that's already in the late game. Let's see if we can catch up here. And let's see what happened here. Stahlbrecher, bringing in second Panzer here. Interesting. Versus 35th Air Assault here once more. Let's see what USZ2 does with it. Spaznats here from the get-go. Yeah, that was the unit that I missed the most in Bandaner's play there. No Spaznats was a weird choice. As for the forest fight, Spaznats plus Spaznats OP can go such a long way for you. So, not using them there. Interesting choice. A couple of guys coming around here. Reds can move forward. Iglas coming up as well. Me-24 VAA. Dejant KSHM. Running into the northern part of the town. Gina flying around. Getting the kill there. MiG-29 AA coming in on the kill on the Gina. Both sides taking some losses. Falchemig is getting a bit decimated there. Lux versus Dejaniki Meris. Interesting fight as well. +1 for Z2 here at the beginning. As the Spaznats here. Ooh, getting some really great RPG 29 hits there. Murdering the whole line here with the RPG 29s. Fuchsführer having to retreat. Fantastic kills here for Z2. Stahlbrecher under a lot of pressure. Has to bring it back from here. Puts good amount of fire into the center. Me-24 VAA has to be careful with the Fliegerfaust around. Good amount of Dejaniki coming around. Dejaniki Dush coming in, more of them. Engaging over here. Both sides contesting the middle zones. Nobody going for the flanks at the moment. Yes, we have a big fight over here. Spaznats, Me-24s, all engaging. Spaznats OP over here, nice as well. Dejaniki coming in, holding the line here way better than Bandaner did last time. In the last game we saw. Well, Stahlbrecher is pushing in pretty hard in the south though. Dejaniki Dushka versus Sicherungs. Dejaniki DSH here going down. A lot of them taking a lot of damage. Iwat's pushing forward, trying to get repairs on, but good push here of the Sicherungs Feldjägers. Trying to move forward. EMDs doing their best. Oh! Hank going down here. Spaznats OP going down. Me-24 V Rocket going down in the north. So both sides trading a lot of blows. And a good amount of kills here now for Stahlbrecher. Leo 185 goes down as well. T64 BV can help out cleaning up a bit as well. But Dejaniki's dropping like flies. Yes. Oh. We see more action here. Milan 2 moving around. And yeah, that's gonna be interesting. EMD moving around. Spaznats OP here on the flank. Big push here by Stahlbrecher. Last one coming through. As we are 24 minutes in here now, or 20 minutes in. And both sides struggling quite hard for success on the battlefield. Spaznats moving around. Dejaniki getting wiped out there. Akula and Me-24K being repaired. They could be quite big. Spaznats got the north captured again. C2 on the +1. That's big. That is big. As We have quite a lot of games coming up. We see Leo 1s, M48s, Jaguars, Ihawks, and all going in. Pioneer Flamethrowers, and Milan's engaging over here. Me-24K coming around. And tornadoes do a lot of damage in the ground, in the skies. Good damage back and forth here. Dejaniki's constantly keeping up the pressure on the flank. And it seems like Stahlbrecher not able to break through here. Gets a CV into the rear here though. Gets a +2 with that, but Spetsnaz Comrade already around. Bring it back to a +1 here. Stahlbrecher now even on a -3, as at the same time we saw a CV sneak here on the other side as well. So both sides sniping each other's rears. And getting a CV down here takes quite a while for Stahlbrecher. And the +1 from over here helping out as well. +3 at the moment, 120 points per minute. That's quite brutal here for Stahlbrecher, who is with only 10 minutes remaining behind by 500 points. And coming back from that on Black Forest is insanely tough. Jaguar trying it, but it's just not enough forces here. The forces of the 35th doing fantastically up there in the forest for Z2. Tornado getting a nice kill as well. MiG-29 trying to come around. Ihawk not quite able to shoot it down. That's the SU-27 coming around, and Stahlbrecher gets defeated here in the end. And yeah, great play with 35th here by Z2. We had to go through this quickly as the next round already has to start here. That's why we fast forwarded through it a bit, as we have the next round here with Human versus God Hate Reaps. Then we have US Z2 versus Guard versus Bottom Feeder. And a Wooden Box versus Tonoman, gonna be interesting. Bandana versus Sticky Hooves. Green versus Stahlbrecher. Yeah, we're gonna go with Z2 versus Bottom Feeder, because both of these players still have 2 wins, I believe. Yeah, both of these so far have 2 wins each. So that's gonna be interesting. Let's see how that one goes in a second. Yes. We're gonna go into a short break, and then we're gonna be back. A lot of stuff going on. And yeah, cheers guys. Cheers, cheers, cheers.